Like I said previously, we call this YouTube channel, that's Dazzle Randoms. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. I'm quite excited to be back once again in your company. While I've got some good news for you. If you're new to this channel, please kindly do subscribe, do hit the notification button, and also get to share the link. You never know who might be interested in my work. But let's really get into it. We are interviewing someone, a very close friend of mine actually, that happens to be a independent candidate for something. So if you want to find out what that is, keep it locked because we are about to give him a call. It's ringing now. Let's do this. Oh, miss. Abudi Claasen.
Hallo,
Maisa.
Madrami mister.
Kain kami dure.
Kain sa tang mong de.
Kain sa kerang ngakare ke mesi ke nok kamera ngong.
Okay, terasing ari gaya man.
Asa
Yung
believe.
matag na bial guancha.
He's gonna give me a call back. I'm still waiting upon Mervin's call back. I think maybe I should be the one to call him back. Okay, he's online. And should I call him or should I wait? What do you think? While we're at it, let me know if you want to get hold of somebody. Doesn't matter whether it's your best friend, your relative, and you probably want to have a discussion with them, and they find themselves to be busy, and they say, "I'll call you back within the next 2 minutes." 2 minutes are gone. Are you gonna call back or you wait? Let me know. What type of person are you? Are you the one that's gonna call back after the 2 minutes, or are you the type of person that's gonna wait until this person calls you back, regardless of what time they call you back? So drop your comments that's down below and let me know. You know what? I'm gonna give him a call. Let's do this. Okay, I think it's ringing off. Was it ringing?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on. So you ready for this one?
Okay. I'm ready for this one.
Let me take this time to just welcome you to my channel. First and foremost, thank you so much for agreeing to have a chat with us.
My absolute pleasure, sir.
All right, so let's just get right into it. For those that are viewing this right now live on YouTube, that might be wondering, but why would Dazzle want to speak to this gentleman? Let me know, since we know you as Mervin Claasen, but who exactly are you? Where were you raised? Where were you born? All those nitty-gritties.
Good day, everyone that's watching Dazzle. Dazzle, thank you for the platform. Yeah, you have it right. My name is Mervin. There's another name that I don't use that much, Clarence and Claasen.
Okay.
I was born in Windhoek, Katutura, and I'm one of these guys that were born at home. And then when the whole process finished, then I was taken to the hospital. So I'm a homeborn guy, son of the Katutura soil.
All right.
Now, my life has been an adventure. I mean, growing up, I was a tourist in my own country. And I started school at Ours Primary. And then from Ours Primary, I moved to Aistiankam, also in Katutura. And then from primary school, I already moved to another town, a small town in Erongo region, Arandes, where I also schooled at Arandes Primary and at Rossing Primary. You know, when I was relatively very young when I moved to Arandes, and life was a bit challenging, but we survived, man.
I like that.
I kept myself busy with an a cappella group. That's where my whole artistic history actually started.
I like that.
I had a cappella group, and already at primary school level, I started writing music. I had these guys called the MCMs, and we always performed Mondays, you know, because we were young, enthusiastic, and we were creative. Choir struggled actually at our presence. So the reason why we called the group was MCM was because we usually performed Mondays, so we used to tell people music comes Mondays.
Nice.
And then for the rest of the week. So we used to perform. We performed at churches. We performed at events. And we're very young, man, but the vuma of doing something was there. And I was a very athletic guy also in Arandes, because there was actually not much to do, so you had to do something that was productive.
Yeah.
So my athletic skills was high as a kite, and I believe that nothing could stop me, because I was one of the best athletes, not only in the town, but also in the region itself. I got a couple of certificates and medals to prove that I got that achievement representing the whole Erongo region and almost coming also to the national levels. And I was a very thin guy, so probably that's the reason why I had the ability to cut through the wind. Yeah,
all right.
I didn't stay there for much long. I stayed in Arandes, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6 for 3 years. But I did a lot of things within that 3 years. Then I moved to Ochivarango. That's why I say I'm a tourist in my own country. Started schooling at this wonderful German school, Donate Schule Ochivarango. It was a brilliant school, man. And my focus was a bit all over, because when I moved to Ochivarango, I met this teacher that saw creativity in me, and he started using me for his music and his theater, and so I started acting there. Actually, the first stage performance that I had. Before that, actually, in Arandes, I had a performance in churches with choirs. So, when I moved to Ochivarango, it was a little bit all over. There was no guidance as into what I needed to do specifically, but I played soccer. I was very good in soccer. I did athletics. I did drama. So a lot of things happened in my life. I didn't stay much in Ochivarango, but I moved a year back to Windhoek. And I schooled half here at Janjonger African, but then the Germans called me back. They needed me there, so I also needed them. So this whole being together with these guys. So I moved back to Ochivarango till grade 10. I was actually the first black head boy at the German school, because by the time that I reached grade 10 at the German school, almost we didn't have a lot of German people there. So maybe that was also one of the chances why I was the first black head boy there. So, which is, for me, was kind of an achievement also.
Yeah.
So, so from Ochivarango, I moved back to Windhoek, David Besaidenhout, and my music career with my a cappella groups continued. I started writing music for choirs, started writing music for my group, and then I met this gentleman called Severius Majid, one of the pioneers of theater in Namibia. Actually, the first guy that took me out and took me to the big stages. He also saw potential in me at school, and he said, "You and I need to go a little bit out and go do something productive." And that's when I really started doing theater.
All right.
I finished school doing theater. I was still in sports. I played soccer. I joined, after school, I joined soccer teams. The first team that actually called me to go start playing was, I started playing for not Orlando Pirates, but BA, but then I was not signed yet. Because then I had this confusion whether I was supposed to be in theater, whether I was supposed to be at practice for soccer. And while I'm supposed to be at practice, I'm at NT and rehearsing. And while I'm at NT, when I'm supposed to be rehearsing for theater, I was some of these days at the stadium. So I was a little bit lost as to what I needed to do. So my career has been a push and pull from theater and sports. And I was in the middle. I did not really know what to do. When that finished, I started studying at Polytechnic, 2007.
Okay.
Unfortunately, actually 2006, I worked for the Win-Win Group. It's a marketing agency. It's a brilliant marketing agency. It was. The guys that were running different campaigns that were in different departments, they were amazing. They taught us a lot of things, and one could actually grasp knowledge from them. And I started leading a department called the Activations Department. And as I gained experience, I also started writing scripts, advertisement scripts, roadshow scripts. I started managing roadshows. And 2007, I was already at Polytechnic, which is now currently NAST. And I started learning marketing. I did bachelor's of marketing. And unfortunately, due to financial constraints, I could not write my examinations. So my marketing was halfway done. But the skills and experiences that I gained from the Win-Win Group till the year 2010 was amazing.
Okay.
And by 2010, I already regarded myself as a communication specialist. So that's when I started Hosala Marketing and Events, because I've always wanted to do my own thing. And I had that spirit in me, that inner Mervin told me, you must always do your own thing, so that we just don't follow people's dreams, but just to also build your own dreams and create job opportunities for your people and take your people to places.
Okay, Melvin, let me just quickly stop you there. You're giving us an all-rounder in regards to what you have achieved so far and how the journey has led you to achieving what you currently are stating that you have achieved. Now, amongst those things, I do believe somewhere in 2016 you were nominated. That's for the best newcomer script writer.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, so quickly take us through in regards to that.
All right. I've always had that passion for theater, art itself, and my writing always went to companies. But then I decided to write a script and enter the competition, NTN competitions. So I wrote the script called the Tour Guide. A brilliant play. I'm still thinking about doing it. So we were nominated for the best newcomer as well as for the script itself. Unfortunately, we were nominated, but we did not win the category.
Okay.
People with, I think, a play beat us with Chinua Achebe's play, one of the best writers ever in the history of African writing. But I am the only guy that basically ended with his own writing. And for me personally, it was an achievement. I mean, to be nominated as one of the best newcomer directors in Namibia, amongst all the people that submitted their scripts and that was part of the competition.
Okay.
So it is, yeah.
Now, forwarding to 2020, somewhere in September, you say that you were requested to be part of the Pan Africa group.
Yes, probably a week ago, I received a message that says that they want me to be part of the global Pan-African group, and their aim is actually to create network around Africa. It's to unite, to have a united and a prosperous Africa. So they say they saw a lot of my leadership through the Emoshi program.
Okay.
Emoshi goes back to 2018, where I was nominated as the first president of a program called Emoshi in Angola. And I was actually the first president of the program itself. And Emoshi is also undersigned by SADC. And their vision or their main aim is to unite SADC through creative interventions and through arts and culture, that we can empower and influence the change in Africa and reshape our future. So with these visions, these wonderful projects were formed. And through this, the Global Pan-Africanism Board also they contacted me and say they want me to be part of it, to be part of this great leadership, which unites all African descents by advocating for their rights and freedoms throughout the world, not only in Africa but for the world. So it's a great milestone. It is an achievement. Due to COVID, plans of meeting are at idle. Still, a lot of information will be coming through, so I'm still under instructions.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to be part of such global networks.
I mean, I need to say congratulations to you, man, because you really have been one of those guys that have been focused and also hands on with whatever it is, be that's the entertainment industry, be that's, you getting to come up with your own businesses as an entrepreneur. You have been head on with that. So I need to give you props for that as well. Now, the other question that I have for you is being such a busy person, from athletics to the music industry to the theater play, all those things. How have you been keeping bay during this pandemic?
Yeah, I've been looking out because I started doing community development work last year. So as a community development activist, so I've been doing a lot of counseling and doing a lot of problem solving within my community. During the beginning of the year, I started a program called Project Change for our people, with a vision of not allowing any kid to wake up and not going to school. So we started putting people into school, and when COVID hit, the project came to a standstill. However, I have been keeping busy with my studies also. I'm currently doing social science and humanities.
Right.
To better understand how people behave, how we affect each other, how society functions, and so on. And this has been a very interesting journey. At the same time, I have been assisting media houses such as radio stations to actually to advise the community, especially KSAM's radio, as to how they need to approach challenges, the daily challenges, and so on. So I've been keeping busy, yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, switching gear to running as an independent candidate, that's for the regional elections. Let's quickly talk about it.
I've been, like I said, that I've been into community, I've been a community development activist. So working in the community, I have seen a lot of things that I want to change within our communities. For too long, we have been suffering, we have been having a lot of challenges, to the extent that some of these things have become a norm, and people wake up thinking that it's normal to live as such. But being presented with opportunities, being outside Namibia, into European countries, into other African countries, this is great opportunities. But once you're presented with opportunities, you see things differently that some of our people do not see. And helping within the community, people came to me and said, we want you to represent us. And I have political parties also coming to me and wanting me to stand in for them. But my whole vision is to stand for the people, respond back to the people, report back to the people, and bring change to our people by creating opportunities for our people. So because of the demand from the general public, from the people of the community, and from what I see within me and the things that I can do for the community, I really want to do this. This drives me inside.
Okay.
I had a lot of fights with a couple of people. I went to the mayor's office and told them to clean up certain areas. I went to certain schools that also gave space back to the communities and to the general public. So I've created a couple of things already without authoritative power. But now it's time that we as young people need to take over leadership and bring in constructive ideas and creative ideas to bring investors within our communities and opportunities for our people.
I like that. I mean, every community definitely has its own demands, but looking into your community right now and you running as a independent candidate for the regional elections, what would you say are some of your most top priorities you want to focus on?
My top priorities that I'll look at is opportunities. If you want to uplift a community, the thing that you need to equalize is opportunities.
Yeah.
I want to look at that man that has been working for 20 years, taking a taxi and going to somebody else's work to get that opportunity to start his own business. So this is empowerment. There is so many kids in our street that does not go to school, you know.
Yeah.
And when I took some of these kids back to schools, the people told me, the teachers told me that they don't have place, but education is a right, it's a need for these kids. So we will not have no for an answer. We want to see every kid waking up and working towards their dream. We want to create constant opportunities so that kids that go to school know that once I finish school, there are opportunities available. There's so many people out here that finish their grade 12 that works in a shop that was supposed to pursue their studies. So we want to create opportunities for kids to study further if they need to study further. We want to bring vocational training back into our areas. It's not everyone that wants to sit behind a laptop. It's not everyone that's good with a pen.
Yeah.
Some of the people's creativity lies within their hands and what they can do. We want to bring that to our people. And I see a lot of kids that's also on the streets. We want to have after-school activities. We want to have playgrounds. We want to have conducive soccer fields. There's so many open spaces, so many open spaces that's idle, that we would have built a lot of productive things like libraries for our people. We don't even have a single library here in Katutura East. We don't have anything for the youth to keep themselves busy.
Okay.
I always say the function of the person are two things. It is the individual, and it is also the circumstances. If you are so enthusiastic and if you want to do something in life, but the circumstances does not fuel you, there is so much chances that you can fail, and there is nothing that fuels the young man to become better. The circumstances does not allow that.
Okay.
And we want to change the circumstances.
All right. Now, just quickly also brief us into when exactly are these elections going to take place, and what can that person that wants to put you in that position do for you to be elected?
The first thing is for self-empowerment, and this is for people to empower themselves, because we want to bring power back to the people. The first thing that you need to do to empower yourself is to register and have the power to vote.
Okay.
And after you have your voters card, get your voters card, because it will only be till the 15th, I believe.
Okay.
So we want people to register, get your voters card at your respective regions, at the respective areas, and then vote. Vote for Mervin Claasen or somebody that you believe in. Vote for somebody that knows is creative to bring in arts, culture, opportunities for us to come up. Vote for somebody that can creatively sit down and write a proposal to a company or to investors to bring in money to create changes within our areas. You need to understand who we vote for. Let's not be loyal to leadership that does not bring in change within our areas. Leadership is too different. There are people that are enthusiastic in terms of leading, but leadership is a very, very strategic thing. You need to know how to approach a situation. It is how you apply your wisdom to a situation that makes you a great leader, and how you listen to your people, and how you are there, and how you are accountable to your people, and not the other way around.
I like that. I like that. Now, let me just quickly put you on the spot. Everybody has their slogan, right? Because once they need to say something, there's always a slogan that backs them up. Have you come up with a slogan already, or are you still working around that?
A better Katutura. That's for my campaign.
A better Katutura.
A better Katutura, oasis of opportunities.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, before I let you go, I do understand that you're studying psychology at UNAM as well.
Yeah, well,
Talk to me.
yeah, the field is quite exciting, and it has a lot of advantages that can be plowed back into the communities. It teaches us about how one affects each other, how our decisions affects the other one. It teaches us how the society works, and it teaches us how we need to approach teaches us how we need to approach situations, problems, how we need to come up with solutions. I mean, I've written a couple of things, even to the Namibian police, as one of their advisors on police brutality, and I've told them, listen, um, we all want to solve problems, but if we do not know how to approach problems now, you create another problem. So if you see a prostitution, and the rise of the prostitution is high within my area also, if you see a prostitute standing at the corner and you as a police officer come and beat that woman, she goes to a darker place where you don't see her. There's chances that she will be raped there, or where she can be murdered there. You are creating another problem again by thinking that you are solving the problem. For every problem, there is a strategic approach, and if we do not master how we need to approach these problems, we're creating other problems.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very exciting field, man. We can sit down and talk to people and understand people and come up with amicable solutions.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's nice, man. I'm really happy for the direction that you are going in. And unfortunately, we have come to the end of our discussion. Maybe if there's anything that you'd like to add, feel free to do so.
let's create a better Katutura by uniting, standing together.
All right, Mr. Mervin Claasen, thank you so much for making time out to sit down and talk to us. And also, all the best of luck for you, man. And once again, congratulations. That's on your achievements.
Thank you, my good man.
All
Thank you for
righty.
the opportunity, and thank you for everyone that's listening.
All right. Enjoy your day.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Dazzle. Bye.
Pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There was Mervin Claasen. We spoke to the gentleman, and I mean, there you have it. If you want a better Katutura, go out and vote. Until then, you do know what to do. Like, subscribe, share the link, and also comment down below and let me know who do you think I can feature that on my next episode. But more random stuff and exciting stuff are coming out for you. Thank you so much. Bye. and we will definitely get to find out just about himself and also what he's running for, because this gentleman advocates for being there for his community, and he has been making headlines that's in our local news. Yeah, in our local news, basically. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So I kind of followed his journey, and not only is he an advocate for get out.